You something. God is trying to tell you something. I can't sleep at night. Oh, and I wonder why. Telling you God. Trying to tell you something. I can't sleep at night. Oh, and I wonder why. Telling you God, trying to tell you something. For those who you missed my Sunday morning worship, amen. Chris Harmon, what's up, man? When I come home to visit, bro, I'm trying to say hi to you. Try to connect with some of the ones still cool at the crib here. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, y'all, before I get into my Sunday morning worship. Well, it's really not Sunday morning. It's 12 o'clock. So we're going to do baptism at brunch. How is that? Baptism at brunch. Or baptism and brunch. So it's one of those nice days after it's been kind of rainy and a little chilly. And then it comes out with this. Yeah. So I want to get right to it. I'm not going to hold y'all up. Because a lot has been happening as relates to what's going on in the country and world of entertainment, and always something going on in our community as African Americans in the country of America. But you know how people often talk about trying to debate whether or not the Willie Lynch letter is real, and then we're so far gone that we try to debate the whole slavery experience in this country. We try to conflate it with slavery in other continents and all of that. And when the specific issue is America's slavery, not anybody else. That's what we're talking about, right? Coach Cheese, good morning, brother. Or good afternoon, sorry, what's up? And by the way, happy homecoming to Graham State University. I'm glad it came out really well. Next year, damn it, we all gonna be back. Hopefully without the reported restrictions that was going on campus. We all come back there and really show what GSU is made of. And it's a lot of cool stuff's going to be happening next year, too. A lot of anniversaries and reunions. So, yeah, I'm on top of normal homecoming reunions. So, who's this? I'm just acknowledging Bobby Barner. He must be new. What's up? So, y'all spread. But by the way, past this live, I'm going to say some things. Well, not like I don't ever say anything that's kind of, considered profound, or even some folks refer to as controversial. But y'all spread this. Share it. The title of this is Pay Attention to All of the Black Athletes and Pay attention to all of the black male celebrities and professional athletes who are coming out against Kanye, or Ye, and Kyrie Irving. And it's so simple to me because I'm not new. I'm not a new listener to life. I'm not a new observer of life. I have not gotten this new awakening as relates to history or racism, white supremacy, or the psychological breakdown of a group of people that's been done for over 500 years to 5,000 years to various groups. It's called conquer and control. Everyone knows if you was in 8th grade history or 8th grade geography, you understood about the Vikings and European history about wars and people who go to other lands and they fight and then they conquer the people. And so therefore they use all types of strategies to do it. First they start with brutal war. Then they start playing a bunch of mind games, the psychological games to continue to control. And so you can beat the people up and they can even be free physically, but mentally you still have them enslaved. Even after years of so-called progress and technology, a group of people still can be enslaved. And it's something about the residue of their conquering that continues to go on and perpetuate in the minds of the next generation when it's taught them by the generation before them. Did y'all hear what I just said? It's like it's innate in black people to react. It's like a chip that was implanted in us during 200, 300 years of physical cattle slavery then 100 more years of torture and brutal attacks of 100 more years of Jim Crowism, lynching and beating and burning of property and destroy. See, that stuff has a psychological effect on it. It goes back to that practice of when a rebellious slave had the nerve to try to say, I don't want to be here, or tried to escape. Well, they said, we're going to make an example of you, beginning of the psychological trauma, the psychological training of a group of people, right? I'm going to get to it in a minute, y'all. I just need y'all to understand this background. And when that's never been addressed, shout out to Dr. Joy Leary, post-traumatic slave syndrome. When that kind of trauma is never addressed, well, the residue and the automatic, the stimuli of the trauma continues to direct one's behaviors. And that's who we are in America. We are a conquered group of people. Occasionally we'll have some rebellions, some rebellion within the group. And when those people who rebel, there's always a few. You never get the masses. There's always the few who rebel. And what the masses do, they stand back and watch to see how successful the rebellion is. Because a lot of them are too afraid to move. It's almost like they're frozen out of fear. And then even out of fear, they'll attack the ones who are rebelling. Y'all, come on now. This is nothing new. Keep up with me. And that's how it is. They all stand back. Because that's how it was on the plantation. And it's interesting that we don't like to talk about the effects of slavery on us today. When Jewish people, Japanese people, Korean, Vietnamese, they all talk about the effects of the wars and attacks that was done on them by America and its European allies. They always get to talk about it, have museums and lectures about it, but talk about black folks. Well, that stuff is in the past. You went there. What about you now? You know, we get into that kind of rhetoric, everything to block the topic of reparations. And that still is true. You know, even if the black person has become successful under this system we live under, become millionaires, they still have fear. And then let's say I'm a millionaire and I have 5 other friends who are millionaire. And then one of us decides to say, you know what? Damn all this is BS and we need to do something about it. It's like the 5 of us will attack him. What you talking about, man? You got $1 million. You tripping. You causing problems. Why are you acting that way? You have $1 million. You're in the system. You're rich like we are. Why are you acting like that? That is the plantation behavior that was instilled into a group of people on a foreign land, among a foreign people, a strange people. All you Bible scholars, you Christian folks, as they say, you'll be placed in a foreign land among a foreign people where you'll dwell there for 400 years. Something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And so here we are. Here in technology, we got streaming on television. We have iPhone 79. We got all this. We got artificial intelligence. Alexa, play this. We got all this. But blacks are still mentally enslaved when that signal, it's almost like we can hear that whip. Whenever one of us gets out of line, the rest of us seem to, publicly denounce them. Or denounce them because we're afraid the backlash is going to come on us. So pretty much when they tied up, beat a slave, the rebellious one, beat him up, murdered him, dismembered him or whatever. You know the old thing when they like to talk about, the one most prominent example, tie a horse, one leg to a horse, the other leg to a horse, and hit the horse on the ass, each one of them, and make them split the slave apart in front of everybody, putting that terror in our minds. We still have that terror that other groups don't have. It's interesting. The American black, the ADOS, American descendant of slaves, the foundational black American still has that terror. Even if we lived in mansions, we still have that white terror. The folks who had to go through Jim Crow and all of that, they put it in their children, that white terror. And so here we are today. We're watching the same thing. When it's the biggest, the blackest of us, the black men, the strongest, the toughest, they make sure they kick your ass in front of the world to break you down so the world won't even be afraid of a big, black, dark-skinned black man. Shaquille O'Neal. Uh, and it's almost like y'all remember the movie. Damn, it's just in my mind. The movie had Clarence Williams, Wesley Snipes, Sugar Hill, and when the father, who's now on heroin, and Wesley is still his friend, but his brother was like kind of ashamed of him, but those Italian dudes, I think they were Jewish or Italian dudes that owned a restaurant, and he got short on the money he owed them, right? And they showed where they came to collect their money, and the oldest boy, which is Mello, Wesley Snipes' character as a kid, was with Denzel, and they were trying to, beat him up and like, man, you owe us, you need to pay us our money. And he kept yelling, please, man, please, man, not in front of my son, not in front of my boys. Both of them was up there. They beat him up, then they shot him in the legs, just dogged him out in front of his sons. Y'all know the purpose of that? Even at that moment, he understood psychologically. I am their father. I am their image. I am their protector, provider. I am their Superman. That white man understood a long time ago. You destroyed that image of black manhood, of manhood, period, in front of his people, in front of his children. He's no more good. He's no more of authority. He's no one they pay attention to. So America has worked diligently to make sure that they beat up black men and shoot them in the legs in front of their children. Get it? And so here we are. And when that happens, the respect, when that has happened over the years, every time a brother stands up to be a man, that white boy comes back around and says, no, you ain't no man. I'm the goddamn man. It's gotten so bad that black women look at him. No, he ain't no man. That white man, he own everything. He powerful. Oh, it's a mess. But nobody want to do that kind of, have that kind of understanding, or do that. What's going on, y'all? Do that kind of research and, have those conversations. So Rico, what's this got to do with all these black male celebrities and these black male professionals, athletes coming out against Kyrie and Kanye? See, while all y'all caught up in whether or not, Kyrie Irving, he was wrong. That man ain't losing his money. That man ain't losing his status and contracts. Kanye, he's wrong. He talking like we don't know about all of that. He wrong. He losing his money. He losing his status. You see how these cowardly black men are talking? It's amazing, And these dudes still already had. They losing money. They still got money. So the people who are saying this are motherfuckers who work regular jobs. I ain't saying nothing about nothing, but y'all worry about multimillionaires. Hell, I thought that money brought freedom. I thought money brought freedom. So everybody said, shit, when I get my money, man, these folks gonna be telling me shit. But guess what? It seems like the more money you get under this system, if you make it with these particular groups, you have to close your mouth. You really have to shut up. And I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna come back to that. These professional actors and athletes and all these folks are signing with these white companies to make them famous and rich. You have to pay that piper, because you didn't make yourself independently rich. You got rich off of their dime, off of their platforms, off of their movies, off of their NBA, their NFL, ain't no black dudes in the National Baseball Association or National Baseball League. You got rich off of theirs, and they made you famous. So, yeah, they all fall in line. And so I don't care about these little weird ass inside debates, because again, I'm not new to history. I'm not new to observing society. I'm not new to that. A lot of y'all talk like y'all ain't never seen this shit before. And that to me is very disturbing. A lot of black men act like this shit is going on with these two men in 2022, not like it didn't happen in 1922 to Marcus Garvey. Like it didn't happen, hell, in the 1960s with Malcolm X, or the 1960s with Chairman Fred Hampton, or the Black Panthers. Every time a black man exerts his godliness and his manhood, that devil comes running with his army and a bunch of black soldiers, male and female. Why you doing that? We out here together. Are you just angry? You had all the bullshit. And so according to some of you weirdos out there, well, he ain't right. Well, how you know Kyrie Irving's not right? Have you watched the video? Have you read the secret relationship between blacks and Jews? Have you read any fucking thing? No, you haven't. Because all of us who understood what Mr. Farrakhan been talking about for 40 years, what Malcolm X talked about, what your scholars that go back to the 30s and 40s were talking about this shit. And you mama, no, he ain't right. You don't know what he's right about because you haven't even watched the damn documentary. And who gets canceled over a goddamn title of a documentary that's on somebody else's platform? Y'all ain't paying attention to that either. You think they done canceled Jeff Bezos? No. Amazon? No. Because the black male is the problem. The free-thinking black man, he might be free-thinking, but he's still losing. That's how bitches talk. You little dudes out here. Man, it's so embarrassing. Listen to a lot of you black males talk. Whenever a black man stands up against the powers that be, Negroes get to scattering. And that shit is tiresome. And a lot of y'all got the money. A lot of you have the platforms. But luckily, there's enough brothers that's come out that is then reported that black men are standing up for Kyrie. And then you lame motherfuckers still talking about Kanye West. He said slavery was a choice. Your feelings really hurt. And these damn rappers cuss out black folks, holler nigga all day long, and put violence on black folks, pushing violence, being paid by those same Jews to attack black people, to demolish black women, to demolish black neighborhoods. And you don't say, but you're not offended by these damn gang members and drug dealers, fool. That's why I can't take you motherfuckers seriously. I can't take you seriously. Because you pick and choose the easy fights. Kanye and Kyrie Irving are easy fights that y'all, it's almost like the Pavlovian dog. Y'all gonna research Ivan Pavlov's experiment one of these days. I keep saying it. The Pavlovian dog. Whenever they've been trained, whenever they hear that stimuli, the dog barks. And whenever that white boy says, okay, Negro, time to bark. And every Negro come out, ruh, that's right, ruh. He don't know nothing about them people, ruh. He hurting himself, he hurting his bag. He fumbling the bag. Oh, you sorry motherfuckers. So when y'all want all us broke folks to do all the fighting so y'all can keep y'all money? And it's very interesting that y'all say this shit. Now y'all talking about Kyrie and Kanye. Regardless if it was about Kanye, guess what? We still benefited. We're still benefiting from the information. And stop saying they saying stuff we already know. If we already know, goddammit, how come we don't act like it? Our neighborhoods are still shit. Black relationships still falling apart. What that? Black dudes scared to act and stand up like men in the public. Everybody ain't got to show their hand. Look, I'm tired of these. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand know. I'm tired of these old weird ass strategies. Whatever moves y'all making in private, you're doing it just for yourself. Just like you're accusing of Kanye, but at least he's out publicly telling what's going on. Y'all motherfuckers supposed to be in private making moves. What kind of moves y'all making? Individual moves for you. Whatever moves you making, to all of you who have this strategy, well, you got to work in silence. You can't let them know what you're doing. I ain't seen a shuffle or a shove in progression as it relates to the black race or the black community yet. And y'all doing all this behind the scenes. Get the fuck out of here. This cowardice conversations. Cowardice. And based on what y'all talking about, well, we're talking about, and he's losing all his endorsements, losing all his contracts. Well, you know what? And then know what? Those of you who say, man, everybody can't do that, man. I got a wife, man. I got a family, man. And all this. Let me tell you, little lame, sorry, ungrateful, undeserving motherfuckers. Let me tell you something, you punk. Guess who has had a wife and fucking children? Malcolm X. Guess who has had a wife and children? Medgar Evers. Guess who else who had a wife and children? Dr. Martin Luther King. Guess who else who had a wife? They tried to keep it a secret. Oh, glory. Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Guess who else had a wife? Or you punk ass dudes that talking about you got a wife or you got a family? They had one too, motherfucker. So what makes you so much better than them? They sacrificed their lives and even the mental health and the safety of their children so they can tell the truth. So your punk ass can stand here in 2022. No, I ain't got no, Now I got my wife. I ain't trying to We know what? You don't have to agree with it. How about you just shut the fuck up and stop putting bullshit on Facebook? How about that? Just move on. See, I wouldn't be saying if I didn't see this shit all over social media, you little coward bastards. Because one thing I learned to do, because I listened to the scholars when I was young. In my late teens, early 20s, I was listening to the scholars all the way up to my 30s. Understanding and buying their books and meeting them in person to see who they are. A lot of our scholars who were not assassinated, but they died old and broken, depressed. And it's like we just sit around and just use people. And y'all think people put themselves out there because you think it's fun? Y'all see the hell these men are going through? Hell. And y'all sit around and still get to be the vice president of your company, the principal at your fucking school, your little small business owner, or you and your white and Jewish partner still get to flourish. You know, I don't like this shit. You know, I wish there was more people to stand around and when Jesus was doing his thing for you cowardly bastards. Yeah, I bet he'd say, you know what, God, I'll pass. These Negroes don't want to do shit. They're going to watch me get nailed to the cross. They're going to watch folks stone me. They're going to watch people, oh Lord, Heavenly Father. They're going to watch me go through all this. And then when I die, they're going to talk shit. Well, you know, he shouldn't have went down there talking to them Jews like that. Well, you know, he probably shouldn't have spread his gospel in that. Maybe he should have tempered his message when he was spreading his gospel. Because everybody, you know, don't want to hear it like that. Is that what it is? Because they say the same shit about Jesus, same shit about Malcolm X, same shit about Martin King, same shit about Medgar Evers, same shit about Marcus Garvey, same shit about Nat Turner, same shit about every black dude. They say, hey, masses of Negroes who look like me. This is what these people are about. Y'all all scattered up in groups. Well, you know, I don't agree with what he's saying. It's just the way he's saying it. It just... and... You know what? Thank God the Haitians didn't say, well, you know, I don't know if I want... The French ain't just doing it like that. You know, yeah, we got some poverty and they around here just destroying our little areas. But, you know, we don't need to have that Haitian-French war. We don't need to do that. It ain't so bad. And I'm glad the Native Americans at the beginning didn't think like that. You know, they coming through running us off our reservations, making us walk these trails of tears every 3 months, making us pack up. You know, it ain't so bad. You know, what is wrong with black Americans? I just told y'all 15 minutes ago, we're broken people, psychologically traumatized people, and we don't want that smoke. But then those who stood up to get the smoke, to get that work, we didn't support them. You ain't got to be out in the streets, you know, for Kyrie and Kanye and others who may come after him. But when Minister Farrakhan for 50 years trying to speak, and Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad and others, Sister Shahrazad Ali, Sister Ida B. Wells Burnett, Fannie Lou Hamer, you know, when they all, but we didn't stand up in masses. These people are not speaking for just themselves. They speaking for the rest of us, just like Jesus Christ. Well, y'all insane? These people aren't just out here because they trying to they might get another contract. Who knows and who fucking cares? What we're supposed to be doing is getting the information that they're putting out there. Instead, we scatter like flies. We scatter like roaches. We just punk out. And so now you got punk ass Charles Barkley, bitch ass Shaquille O'Neal. Who else? Who that? Shaquille O'Neal's buck dancing Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, I think his name Jason Williams and all. Who I don't know who the fuck these. It's about 10 of them that Dr. Umar Johnson had to get 5,000 lashes to. 25,000 lashes to Candace Owens. I'm like, God damn, why Candace Owens get 25,000 lashes? You know, people. But that was a damn good video. Y'all need to go check that video out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it on this YouTube channel in the description box, and I may put it on my Facebook page. It's definitely on my Rico the Opinionist group page. That video with Dr. Umar Johnson, excellent, calling these busters out, and we have to call them out. See, these are these industry bought blacks who are on cue, who will come out and attack these motherfuckers. Let me tell y'all some of that old hairless, hoe-ass, punk-ass LeBron James said. Y'all think he's just so awesome. I never cared for this motherfucker. Let me tell y'all when I never cared for LeBron. And it's a bunch of them, but I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you specifically when I was done with that little bitch. And I have evidence and proof that there's something to this particular pose. I've taken a couple other pictures of black athletes posing like this. Why do they have black athletes? I got a picture of a black girl who's a WNBA player. She doing the same thing. Why do they have black athletes doing that? See, y'all don't pay attention to shit. Yeah, I say, man, them folks look hard. No, it's something to that. White people are not stupid. We are. They'll never stop being the same white folks that conquer the land and just take it from people and brutally murder them and killing them. They always have that. Any kind of way they can shoot them little slick signals to each other. What's that? Hold on a minute. Yeah. So, yeah, they always do that. So anyway, LeBron James, y'all remember when he did that King Kong picture with that white woman, that Jewish photographer? Damn, I forgot her name. Yeah, a Jewish photographer. She's really famous. She always doing these old weird ass racist pictures with black folks. Always. I'm gonna come to her name in a minute. He's standing there. The little skinny white woman model was on his arm, laid back like Fay Ray in the movie King Kong from the 1930s, and then they made it up into the 60s and 70s and 80s. The King Kong movie, the little white woman. And so he's standing there with the woman on his arm, look like he's about to climb a building doing this. In a basketball, his other arm, he like that. And he came out of high school. He didn't go to college, so I don't expect him to have that kind of intelligence. He's just a dunker and a runner. Most of these athletes are dunkers, runners, catchers, punters. I mean, they're not the white guys are the punters. But you know what I'm saying? I don't expect him to have that kind of intelligence. So instead of him listening to what everybody was saying, like LeBron, that's a very racist picture that she did. But just like an industry Negro, he said, I don't see anything wrong with it. It was just two people having fun during a photo shoot. That's the kind of Negro that they recruit and put on these high platforms and zoom out to the universe as images of black people. Those kind of mother lovers. Now we've had all kinds of black folks who are brilliant, but they make sure they end up just on PBS, public broadcasting stations. They don't put them all over the world and put them on magazines and show the brilliance of our race and black men. Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu talked about black boys and the instruction of black boys, how it's done. They didn't have him on all the magazines. We got young brothers and sisters talking about brilliant. They don't have them all over the magazine. They put all the black female rap chicks all over with their ass out. That's the images they put out of black folks on these white media platforms, a lot of these black media platforms. And so that let me know that LeBron James didn't have good sense then. So all this shit, when he went pushing now he used his whole platform to push this Black Lives Matter bullshit. But you can't get LeBron to come out and do nothing on behalf of actual black folks. And please stop telling me about that fucking school. Only somebody black involved in that school is him. And he just used his name. So all that is just cover up. These black athletes are properties of these professional industries. They own their rights, they own their likeness, and they own their tongues, their voices. You know, they're not allowed to say anything that will actually elevate or push black people ahead as it relates to a race, economically, and politically when they have the power to do something. Y'all ain't never thought about why these black actors and actresses who get to make $500 million don't say a word about what the same stuff that we claim that we like, what Ms. Farrakhan's talking about, what Dr. Claude Anderson, 85, 86 years old, still trying to talk to Negroes about, an old man, still trying to tell Negroes about, what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was talking about. You know, and I forgot about the sister who's in hip hop, real smart. I can't think of her name right now, but it's gonna come. She wrote the book, the Coldest Winter, and everybody liked her book. That sister, brilliant, sister in hip hop. You don't have no black chicks like her in hip hop talking the way she talked. What was her name? The Coldest Winter. If y'all know that book, y'all know who she is. That book that so many people say they love. And she was all on Phil Donahue and all that talking, telling the truth. And Bill Clinton, no racist ass, tried to ban her. Yeah, he came out against, somebody telling the truth, but a president tried to ban her and talk crap because he was telling the truth. She was telling the truth. We don't have we don't have any black sisters like them in hip hop, like these women, like her, telling the truth, know how to articulate our issues, or know how to articulate our movement, articulate our history, articulate our culture, the true culture, not the nigger culture, sitting on wide watched and observed platforms like this sister did. And so many other black male rappers did that they don't push out. So y'all don't even question that. So you got LeBron James coming out. And let me tell you something that was so significant that this motherfucker said. What's her name? Sister Soldier. Thank you, Kareem. Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier. We don't have any sister soldiers in the rap game. All we have is City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion. They got the IQ of two rocks rubbing together. But they can shake that ass, though, horse. So we don't have any sister soldiers and people like that. And a real Roxanne who got her PhD and really brilliant. Or Roxanne Shante. I think that's her name, yeah. She just did an excellent tribute to Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper with Spinderella on the turntable. They just got the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Shout out to them and Spinderella. All three of them. And with my Birdman voice, all three of y'all. Not just you two. But anyway. We don't have black women like her. So you got all this foolishness going around. That's what the white and Jewish media likes to put out about black folks. And so you got all these black male athletes coming out talking trash about Kyrie and Kanye. But they don't have none of these black male athletes, these same ones who are attacking, but telling the truth about the ownership and the manipulation of white Jews in the industry. They don't say anything about these fuck ass rappers. They don't say anything. They don't attack the rapper. They don't attack the black drug dealers. They don't attack who else? The black gang members. They don't attack none of that. But whoever their bosses tell them to attack, that's what they own. Y'all ain't paid attention to that yet? I didn't know there was this many of them coming out. Shannon Sharp talking shit. Shannon? Mr. Shannon, I'll whip Will Smith ass. Yeah, coming to me like this. Skip. Let me tell you something, Skip. But then you hating on Kyrie Irving. They don't, in the words of Celie when they was talking about Suge Avery in that room, they don't like it when they see a man that's free. They always trying to beat him down. They don't. And that's the price of freedom, y'all. And it ain't even fought no wars. These guys just have conversation. Actual men and women actually fought wars for freedom. Y'all scared because of a conversation. What kind of world we live in where black men are afraid of conversation? So they back down to, don't say that, brother. Don't say that now. I'm saying these are some very wealthy black men, rich black men who are coming out against Kanye. And I tell you what, none of them, I debate any one of you motherfuckers. Show me something substantial that Shaquille O'Neal, and I think Jalen Rose, I was like, Jalen, really? Charles Barkley. Who else? He named a whole slew of them. Show me anything significant in the black neighborhoods or in the black race that any of these black dudes who are attacking Kanye and Kyrie have done. Even knowledge-wise, what have they done to influence? These two men have influenced more young people, and that's what it's about, in what they were saying about Kyrie's talking about a book, a damn documentary or a book that said, hey, that's connected to my family. I like it. I'm putting on my page. And these line, Elijah Muhammad, Ms. Farrakhan, Dr. Khalid Muhammad referred to them as these devils are coming out at him. Coming out in full force, got everybody on board. I mean, I hadn't seen this in a while since the days of Minister Farrakhan. And these dudes, they coming out hard. I mean, they bringing everybody. They digging up Negroes from the grave to talk shit. It's amazing. And so, but while these black male organizations are sitting quiet, where the hell is 100 black men of America? I ain't heard nothing from them shit in over a decade. They ran out of tuxedos and tennis shoes, gayless to have, when they get drunk and fill on a bunch of sorority bitches' booty. They done, yeah. So that's played out. This shit's crazy. It's just a waste. This is a joke. When it comes for y'all to show your numbers, you hide. Now it's the time for black men to show how powerful you are. How good is your job? How flourishing is your business? Be a man. Help to come out. Where your articles at? But now there are some brothers who are standing up, but not the powerful platform having black dudes. It's just those of us who got like what I got 179 subscribers on my YouTube channel, about 4,900 Facebook page, Facebook. I'm talking about the black men with millions of followers, the black celebrities. What y'all at protecting these brothers? Because what they're saying, we're all gonna benefit. We're all benefiting from it, just like Jesus Christ, just like Malcolm X, just like Marcus Garvey, just like Medgar Evers, just like all the black men that ever stood up and I guess offended the powers that be. We all benefited from it. Once they were taken down, we all benefited from it. Even the cowards that's sneaking behind hidden posts on their Facebook and Instagram and Twitter accounts, talking shit. And TikTok accounts, talking shit with these fake profile pictures. Well, I can't show who I am because that'll risk my business. But so, these men that got way more to lose than you, they're showing who they are. They're saying it out loud with the hugest microphone on the planet, and you got your little funk ass job. You scared to lose that? How about we support these cats and other millionaire blacks who started to come out? We support them as a group, and we let them know that you can't bring nobody else down who tell the truth about y'all ass or about anything under the sun. We have to stop silencing, joining the haters to silence those who are speaking truth to power. We have to stop that. How long we gonna do that? Hell, I saw a brother said, see, that's why a lot of black celebrities don't come out, because we don't support them. We stand there and grab a bag of popcorn and watch them get just publicly flogged and mangled and dismembered and just ripped apart. Hell. And y'all love these little punk ass, these weirdo ass black basketball players, black football players, and all these black athletes with all this money and power. Now they can get a lot of motherfuckers to come to the strip club with their lame ass, but you can't get them to come and stand up and do a public press conference and tell the world, enough. You're done attacking black men. You're done. That's what I would love to see that. These famous black man, actor, professional athlete, who is currently famous, to stand up and gather many other famous black athletes that your sons look up to, that your nephews, that your brothers, your fathers look up to, and say to the world, to the white world, to any group that's constantly attacking black men and black boys for having an opinion, goddammit, that's laced with a lot of facts. We have to stand up and fight. That's how you stand up. You ever notice if you say anything about a black female, whether the bitch wrong or right, legions of black women get up. Yeah, she was twerking. Yeah, we saw her in the video sucking all kinds of ding-a-ling. But you will not disrespect the queen. She is the queen. Yeah, we saw her running out that stove with those people's wigs and their hair and stuff. But she's a queen. You will not disrespect the black woman. They don't give a fuck. They stand up. They protect their own. We're going to have to learn how to protect our own. Not when they're doing wrong, though, but when they're standing up and doing right. Not because they offended some people from telling the truth. We just stand back and watch that buck-breaking process. And by the way, for those of you who don't know what the buck-breaking process is, Kanye West and Kyrie Irving have not been buck-broken. Why y'all fucking think? Y'all say that with such glee. Let me help y'all out, you non-reading motherfuckers. They have not been buck broken. I mean, you know who been buck broken? LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Shannon Sharp. Those are the buck broken Negroes. So those are the buck broken Negroes. Not the men who are standing up. So y'all get yourself together. Those are the buck broken. Do y'all understand? We say this shit's so weird. All them Negroes that's coming out against Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, anybody else that speaks the truth, those are the buck broken, because they can call them at any time. Shaquille O'Neal got 30 businesses, and he's the big old bitch. Now, he'll talk shit to Kanye, because Kanye is easy to talk shit to. But let Shaquille bring his big country, big face, swole body ass on up, talk to a bunch of real men who are not Qs, who are not black Greeks, but talk to real men. He ain't gonna let him talk that kind of shit. You get on his ass. And that's any one of them. See, we're trained to go after the easy targets because we see they already being attacked. Let me tell y'all how black folks are, how these particular black men are. You ever seen a dude that's getting gang jumped? If you haven't, watch it on TV. Let's say, for example, a black dude getting gang jumped. Everybody's stomping him. And then black men stand around and say, yeah, they on that boy ass. Yeah, bitch ass. Yeah, that's right, boy. Yeah, talk shit, yeah, boy. And then talking shit to somebody getting stomped. That's black men. They ain't gonna do no stomping. They ain't gonna go up in his face before the gang come. That's how white Jews and white folks got these black celebrities, black athletes on a chain. They ain't gonna do this. They stand around and watch these entities stomp Kyrie, who's not going down without a fight. Stomp Kanye. And y'all can think of other brothers and sisters who tried to, but mainly black men. Because again, black men are the target. Black women are just, entertainment when they be talking shit. No offense, but it's the truth. Women aren't a threat to any fucking thing. Anybody who begins to think that women are leaders of anything or a threat to white supremacy, you're stupid. Especially if you're a man who believes this shit. Women don't run shit. They don't lead shit. They've gotten out their nature and they don't run shit. Everything they've gotten, they've been giving it to them. They ain't earned and fought for shit with no gun, no knives, no hatchets, no bow and no arrows, no cannons, no all the men done it. So y'all, those of you Negroes that think that shit, you keep your little weird weak ass on your side of the room. Rico, you hate women. No, I love the truth. And I love nature in its natural order. So anyway, that's not my motherfucking argument. Because it's not a debate for me. But yeah, them same little black athletes, like I said, that Pavlovian dog. When that white boy whistles, them motherfuckers come running. And that's what they've done in this case with Kyrie and Kanye. So y'all stop saying the public buck breaking of these. They're not being buck broken. But them the kind that, you stomp them over here, get back up and say, yeah, you bitch ass niggas ain't did shit. But Shaquille O'Neal and the rest of them, they got stomped down and he's still laying down. And then it's almost like when you know how some dirty Johns do, prostitutes go in there and dog out, smack around, dog her pussy out, punch in the face, and then throw the money in her face. Like, thank you, whore. That's what you are to me. That's Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley and all them other Negroes, LeBron James, Shannon Sharp, that's them. They've been dogged out, still laying there, blooded, and they threw that money in their face like you ain't shit. That's them. Kanye and Kyrie are not those kind of men. You can't be when you stand up and go on all the platforms. And it's so bad that even the black platforms, when they invite these men on to talk. What the hell is Madame Noir? What the hell is the Shade Room? What the hell is Black Media Takeout? What the hell is TV1, BET? What is so-called black-owned motherfucking black media? How come they're not having conversation with Kyrie? No, because they're all owned and controlled by the same people who are currently stomping and kicking Kyrie and Kanye. Come on, somebody. You ain't gonna hear this in your church. And you have to go to church. I'm here to tell you. I tell you. I'm your pastor, goddammit. Hit that cash app, $ Rico the Opinionist. That's my collection plate. Fool with me if you're cool with me. So So is everybody built for that fight? No, of course not. Are we all financially in a place where we can do that kind of fight? No, but we're in a place where we can stand up and say, no, that's enough. We can use our voices. We can use the press, the same press and media that's stomping on them. We can go, we got YouTube, we got TikTok, Rumble, Twitter, and we got Facebook. We can all change this shit around and say, get off them dudes. And then a lot of us are really smart, can do research and say, nah, they're telling the truth. That's how you defeat. You ain't got to go out there in the streets with no guns and all that kind of shit to get them, because we can kill them like they kill them through destruction of their reputation. But what we can do is hit the streets and talk to each other as black men and let them know this is the direction we're going from here on out. You know, when I was in college, I'm bringing it back up because it was a very significant part of my life. I used to write this newsletter, and I learned that when you put stuff in people's hands, and you have the right title, they'll read it. I know that kind of stuff has gone through, you know, social media, and everybody's on social media, but it's something about when they see black man, you can do better written on paper, or if you're poor, it's your fault, or stop sagging if you're not a faggot. See, they see that written on the paper, like, man, what this is? Then they'll get it. They might chunk it in their car, or ball it up, put it in their pocket, but later on they'll read it. That's the effect that my newsletter had. No, we didn't have social media back in 92 to 96 like that. That's how I got around. Marcus Garvey didn't either, but guess what? He had Marcus Garvey didn't have any of this stuff. And he had over 1 million readers to his newspaper that he created. So I'll let you know, when the title is right, people will read it. And you go door to door. You know how the politicians know how to mail out? When they want to, when they're campaigning, everybody gets a copy of some crap from a politician. And I know you've gotten some in the mail from a politician during these midterm elections. So they have the ability to reach the people where they are. That's when it's on certain things. How about we start using that same media, the same mailing system, to mail on a newsletter, a letter to each one of us. This is what's going on. A lot of people do go to their mailbox and go back to passing out the stuff in the barbershops. Change the conversations from bitches and booty and strippers and sports to talk about the politics of our people and the economics of our politicians. Because a lot of the barbershops, these little 21 to 35-year-old barbershops, a bunch of hip-hop shit, they don't talk about shit in these barbershops. If it ain't got nothing to do with no weed, no rappers, sports, how much money these folks make, they don't have. You start talking to them about this and telling the truth, them motherfuckers all get quiet in there. They do. Just test it out. Talk about Kanye and Kyrie and talk about what they say about the Jewish community, about racism, white supremacy, the truth. And then don't talk about, man, them folks lose their money. Man, I would lose my, no, get away from that. They don't have anything else to talk about. And that is the intellectual arrested development of black men of today. Too many. Intellectually, mentally, developmentally arrested. There was a pause somewhere in their development. And people always talking against education. I can see you say fuck school and college ain't for everybody. You know what? But if you start to say, hey, I'm going to go to the library. See, Malcolm X didn't go to college either, but he didn't let a book pass his fingers without opening it up and reading them. See, a lot of us, we say fuck school, fuck college, but we don't pick up a book. You don't have to go to college or even go to high school to read a book, because a book can teach you more than what the damn principal knows. But that's the problem. I'm not advocating everybody go to college and all this, but damn it, pick up a book. Because that is what educated newly freed slaves. Books. And see, if you read the books, you understand what Kyrie and Ye are talking about. It wouldn't be a surprise to you. And if you were paying attention in society, you weren't just watching and listening for all the negative things they can say about Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan and other men like that, and Sister Shahrazad Ali and people who stood up. You wouldn't be listening to all the negative stuff. You'd be hearing what they're saying, and then you'll go back and research, because everything all these men and women have ever said has been researchable. But you won't do it, because I learned that a lot of people don't want to be called by God. Come on now, don't leave me right now. I'm about to tell y'all something. They hope and pray that God doesn't call them. It's just like learning something new, a new knowledge. That means that means that they're called to do some work. And a lot of us don't want to do the work. You know, all these Christian folks that say, God put it on my heart to tell you that you such and such. No, that's not the kind of stuff that God puts on your heart. See, the kind of stuff that God puts on your heart is what Jesus and Moses, people that talked about freedom and escaping from tragedy and torment, that's the stuff that God puts on your heart. And being held captive and hostage systematically, that's the stuff that God puts on actual people's hearts. That's the assignment that God hands out. He don't hand out judgments for you to say, you know, God put it on my heart to see that you need prayer, and God told me that to tell you that you just need to get that old devil out your heart. And no, he don't tell you that. That's something your little jealous, envious ass wanted to say to me. And I always say, when people tell me, you know, God put it on my heart to tell you, first of all, shut the fuck up. Number two, how come God will never tell you to put it on your heart how to get the street gangs out your fucking neighborhood? How to get the drug dealers out your neighborhood? The answer to stopping all this dumbass rap music around here. So shut the fuck up about what God put on your heart. I've done the research. I've lived through a few of the scholars to know what God puts on black people's hearts. And y'all reject it. Because every time you see Kanye get attacked, God is putting it on your heart. And every time you see Kyrie Irving attacked, God is putting it on your heart. Whenever you hear about Mr. Farrakhan being attacked, God is putting it on your heart. Whenever you hear about Dr. King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, God put it on their hearts back then. They were cowards back then too. When you see that, God is putting it on your heart to do something, to join in, but you reject it because you're afraid, because you worship the devil more than you believe in God. Let me give y'all a minute. You processing that? Yeah, I said it. I don't understand all these religious folks around here. Yeah, I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yeah, I go to church every morning. It's all about their worshiping Him. But soon, at the true reality of God sits in your presence, all of a sudden now, well, you know, it's the way you say things. You ain't got to say it all like that. You have to practice discernment. You know, God give us all discernment. Shut the fuck up. Don't have no motherfucking discernment. Just have fear. That's why I believe that most believers don't believe in God. They obey the devil. Because a lot of stuff that's happening to us, that if God was truly in your heart and your spirit, it'll be stopped. You understand? So just shut your mouth. Keep your fucking belief to yourself. I don't want to hear it anymore. Because only at 53 years old, I've heard and observed and read a lot. And I know the difference. Who believes in God, who doesn't? And those who are attacking Kanye or Irving, Kanye West, and Kyrie Irving do not believe in freedom, do not believe in God. Yes, I said it. I know, let me help y'all out. But Rico, just because we have a difference of opinion, doesn't make us be like against him and all that. Well, you can have a difference of opinions in silence. Because right now, this ain't the time to be showing no fucking difference of opinion. These men are doing something that's going to help your young children in the future. But we always let these times slip by. We do. We let them slip by. We don't say shit. And I don't know who y'all think gonna come save you. There's no return to no Jesus Christ. Everybody gets one death. There's no return of a Jesus Christ. Let me help y'all again. Nobody is returning from death. It has never been done. It's not going to happen. Once your ass get killed or you die of old age, that is it. So, stop thinking that some kind of chicken-winged being is going to come out of the sky to save you. No, you're supposed to save your goddamn self. Just like every racial and ethnic group does except for black people. America can be really awesome for us. But we don't think of ourselves as a group. We've been convinced that we are each other's enemies. Everything we do, we magnify times 30. But whenever someone else does, Hey, hey man, you won't have anything to say. Then some of us pay, be on them so much so that, okay, you can point out what they do, but when we gonna correct what the fuck we do? Like we get offended by that notion. How about we practice what the Williams brothers used to tell us in their gospel songs, sweep around our own front door. How about, why don't we do that? We won't even do that. So, I hope I didn't go all over the place. Y'all accused me, what y'all accusing Kanye West of is rambling. But I like to think all the points that I bring up, I wrap it up in a nice Christmas bow where you can understand it. It's just time out, y'all. That's all. It's just time out. And pay attention to all the black professional athletes who are attacking Kanye and Kyrie. And those dudes haven't done nothing to anybody. Even in Kanye West's music, he ain't advocate for the death of black folks or black men. He never done any of that. Even his image, weird. No, he had he wore some weird costumes, but he ain't never done the brutality of some of your favorite rappers. Never. Kyrie Irving has always been articulate, held himself up as a young man. You didn't hear any dirt on him or any kind of controversy on this young man until he decided he used his own mind and said, no, I'm not taking a shot that you motherfuckers y'all don't even know anything about. I'm not part of the sheeple. And they tried to demonize. They still mad at him for that. And a lot of people say, you know what, that's right. And a lot of people wouldn't do it because our government, this world is always trying to subdue the people on some level. And he's just one of those that said, no, I don't have to. So they figured let me suspend him from basketball. Suspending him from basketball doesn't take away from him being a great basketball player, dum-dum. What it does, it takes him out of the limelight, and I'm sure that's probably what he wants. Say, fuck it. I got millions. Y'all can take the contract. I still got $30 million in the bank. So he's like, fuck y'all. So suspending him from these games, that's a vacation where he can spend with his wife and his children. But you scared, Negro. That man lost 6 games. Let me help y'all out some more, because y'all hear people like me talk. Y'all be waiting for the other shoe to drop and try to say, see, we don't know what you talking about. Even if Kanye apologized, even if Kyrie apologized, I don't give a fuck. Because that doesn't mean they were buck broken. They mean it's just like, you know what? These niggas don't even care. So let me go ahead and get this money and live my life. They did what they supposed to do. They lived out their assignment. They don't have to die. Because that's the next thing that they want to do. If you just will not, he said, well, fucking fire me. I'll go. They already got money. So you motherfuckers scared of being fired because you ain't got no money. You swear you do. But as soon as you lose your job, all of a sudden you smoking crack, smoking meth, and you beating your wife ass because you lost your job. Get on somewhere, man. Be a man. Broke, poor, middle class, whatever. Be a man. That never leaves you. Your man is defined by you, not your money. Or your job. You a man. Hell. And these are men with money. Kanye lost his little endorsement. But he still can buy half of you haters. Still can buy y'all out. Plenty of money. Just like when y'all get fired. Y'all still have some money, don't you? Well, they got fired. They still got some money. Thing is, they can live a lot longer than y'all can on y'all little 401k, your little savings of $30,000, $40,000. They got $40 million. I mean, theirs. Now, they probably had $1 billion worth of endorsements and contracts, $1 billion worth, but that's all right. They still got $50 million in the bank. Fuck y'all, go and take it. I'm not poor because I lost my job. They losing their job, they're not poor. They're gonna be fine. But y'all projecting like it's y'all. But y'all know how to hit you if you lost your job. Now let the people who are qualified to stand up, and then when they do it, you can stand back and say, hey, but we're gonna support them with the few nickels that we got. That's how it's done. And then there was reports of Kanye West fans doing a GoFundMe to put him back to his billionaire status. And I guarantee you, not even 30% of those folks were black people either. Because we don't believe in letting one black man or a black family have no money. Yeah, that's why when you ask black people for donations, don't tell them, shit, thank y'all so much. Y'all was able to help me raise $500,000, black community. And I thank y'all. Next thing you know, niggas are, whoa. We gave that motherfucker too much money. So that's why, if you accept any money from black folks, don't tell me. Even if it go up to $1 million, don't flash, don't show nothing. It's just like going to work with some white folks. Show them you show them that your living has changed. Oh, they finna turn on your ass. so, you know. And then it's funny how you have to already be rich before America contributes to you, especially black folks. You know, I think I've been doing this a while. Now my Cash App and all that's been out. But if I mess around and get on MSNBC, CNN, somewhere, and I get a high profile on one of these BET shows, all of a sudden I say, yeah, y'all hit me on the Cash App, I'm trying to do this. I'll see and go viral on one of these social media sites. All of a sudden, I'm considered popular and famous. All of a sudden, the damn money started coming in. I was like, damn, I'm making some money. Okay, cool. And it's the weirdest thing how that works. Someone who's you view as not popular or not economically there and all that, just kind of like, just shit on them. It can be male or female. But one thing about females, if she's a single mother with a sad look, all of a sudden, they should get all kinds of donations. But he was a black male, say, look, I'm hard on my luck. Y'all fool with me, hit me with something. Well, you a man. You need to be trying to, man, get him. I know this job's all over. Man, you a man. I mean, you'll make him live up to his manhood, his gender. Let it be a woman with 2 kids that she got with 3 different baby daddies. It's hard out here. I'm just trying to make it. I'm a post-single mother. And all of a sudden, men and women, that's right, man. Whoever them dads are, they left her. They should have done her like that. And blah. It's hard out here. But the black women start connecting with her as a black woman. Then, we got such a high, just an astronomical rate of single motherhood. They start connecting with her. But it's the weirdest thing. That when you see a single black man with no children, but he lost his job or he couldn't find a job or whatever, it's like he's the only one. Other black men who understand what that's like, they've been through that or they're currently going through that, they be all on social media. Well, brother, you need to go out there and try harder. You're a man. And I said, how come they don't connect with the black man who is out on his luck? Not to say he's not on drugs. He just life just kind of got the best of him. Whatever. Those hundreds and thousands and probably millions of black men don't even look at him like that, but let her be a single mother who was just totally irresponsible with her vagina, 3 kids, about 4 different baby daddies, tattoos and shit, obese or skinny, blunt smoking little broad. It's hard out here. I got my children, and we trying to find somewhere to live. This mother get like $10,000 coupons for hotel stays. Some Negro, don't let her be halfway cute, got a fat boot on her. With them 3 kids, about 4 them baby dads, some Negro gonna donate a barely used fucking car. So, the double standard is real. But y'all pay attention to them black celebrities that's attacking Kyrie. Pay attention. And I've seen some things that go around where they're saying boycott the NBA. Hell, I was telling y'all motherfuckers to boycott the NFL. Y'all claim to love Kaepernick so much and appreciate what he did. But I'm telling you something, again, I'm going to go back to black men. It's something wrong, fundamentally, developmentally wrong with these black men. Now, y'all know I go there for the past 50 years. These black men ain't got good sense. They're the ones who's raised by these single mothers in these ghettos. So there might be some crack babies. Boys growing up in a household with a single mother, mad ass grandma, ignorant ass aunties coming through the acting the food and watching them get their ass beat or pussy drove by different men and shit, and he being forced to go out and hit the streets at a young age to take care of a single mama and his 2 little sisters and shit and all that kind of crap. And so you got all these weird ass 18 to 40-year-old black males around here, just totally no connection to other black men in a positive sense, but unless they're gang members or fellow drug, trill, thug, drill rappers, they don't have that connection. Of course, it's not a huge chunk, but it's a chunk that's so visible. It's just size is just too large. You know, we got a lot of intelligent black men out here, a lot of brothers who are doing what they're supposed to do, but it seems like they say the bad apples seem to surpass, I guess, visually and in appearance, socially, than the brothers who are behaving. And it seems like there's no connection. We got a lot of weird ass dudes out here. And it's something to think. And we don't know how to unify as a unit as black men. We got about 18 million black men. And we can't even get 5 million to come together to push our politics, to push our lives, our wanting to live, to push our economics, to push the need for education and vocation. We can't get 5 million black men, regardless if you're a Greek, a Baptist, a Kojic, or whatever. We can't get them to come together. Or a 5%er, a Muslim. We can't get 5 million black men out of 18 million black men to come together to get down, to get on our shit, to push us forward, to help other black men when they're falling off. We can't. But as soon as one is put out there by this media, all of a sudden they all come around to attack and to say smart shit and remind them that he's a man. And, well, you shouldn't have done that, man. Them folk gonna fire your ass. You know, all that old shit when he's standing up for you. Because all of us, I'm gonna tell you, black men, all of us benefiting from what Kyrie Irving's doing, what Kanye is doing. Regardless of what y'all think they're doing for themselves, you know, okay, you go on your job and tell your boss you ain't gonna work. Motherfucker, he don't work at FedEx. They work for the NBA. Kanye works for himself. We got contracts with everybody else. So he don't work at FedEx. He don't work at Amazon. Kanye has contracts with the billionaire companies. He's not an employee. Kyrie is basically an employee. Said, look, he went to EEOC, said, I don't like this. Like y'all all go to EEOC when shit ain't right on the job. So, and who gets attacked for what they do after work that's not hurting anybody? Now, I see if Kyrie Irving was putting up videos with him and strippers and he's smoking blunts and shit and wearing an NBA t-shirt. Yeah, and throwing a bunch of 5s and 20s to strippers' booty cheeks and listening to one of these little racist rap songs that talk about N-words and strippers and all that kind of shit. Yeah, I understand. Well, no, hey, man, you represent our company. Then, well, we reflect. Now I understand. But him saying, hey, there's a documentary, a video, a book out there that represents my culture and who I am, my people, and a bunch of segment of the community. Y'all know the Jews don't even make up not even 3% of American population. They seem to be able to control the damn near 97%. Smart group of people. They said, "No, let's go. We can't play no basketball. We're too short. We can't play in the football. We're not built like men. We're too small. So how about we own and control all of the muscles and the thighs and arms and legs? Why don't we control all that? Well, you know, let's get the money. Because they understand capitalism. They understand real life. Money is power, except when it comes to black men. Money is power to every other racial group except for black men. And that's what y'all are being taught. These guys are multimillionaires and still don't have a say-so when it comes to their own minds. Y'all so busy projecting your own insecurities on these two black men that y'all not even paying attention to the message. I pay attention to messages. And when they said, even if I won the lottery and got that $700 million, I'll try to work in silence. But somebody gonna find out. Like they had them slavery votes and a bunch of Negroes snitched those out. Somebody snitched on Nat Turner. Whew. So, money's power only to everyone else except for black men. So, I'm just saying, y'all just pay attention to everybody who comes out against any black man or actual black woman that speaks up against racism, white supremacy. And number two, she's speaking in a sense that's protective of not only of black women and black girls, but she's protective of two other entities that make up our race. Black men, black boys. And honorable mention, the nuclear black family. And all these black women y'all think are being attacked, they ain't never talk about the black family. And by the way, for those of you who hadn't heard or heard what I think about her, fuck Tiffany Cross. I don't care about her being fired from MSNBC. She was a buck dancing mammy any fucking way. and disrespect and say another thing. You're not going to just use your white platform or your black platform to disrespect black men, whore. We don't have to vote for no fucking Stacey Abrams. We don't have to vote for nobody Democrat if we don't fucking want to. Like that old bitch in California. What's her name? Can't think her name right now. Maxine Waters. Black men are not here. We're not your personal robots. You don't tell us what the fuck to do. And we're letting y'all know that. We don't have to vote for nobody. We don't have to vote for black women if we don't fucking want to. Because black men and black women have different political needs. Why don't y'all understand that? Yeah, I know 75% of black boys are raised by single mamas only, but you don't own our essence. You don't own our fucking DNA. You don't own our political decisions. You don't own us. Yeah, that's the problem. 75% black boys raised in single mother households with mean ass aunties and ignorant ass grandmothers, talking shit to them, breaking them down early so when they grow up they become robots to women and they can't get along with other men because the women can't stand men. You got these black men out here murdering each other because they hate themselves and hate other men. They don't want male authority. That's why every black male that's born to a single mother and live with single mama, auntie, and grandma at 18 years old, fuck college, send him off to the military. Send him off to the military. That way he needs to go to get some kind of masculinity, some kind of sense of what men are. That's what a man is. Because a lot of them do a great job. At least I see if you had your first son, you kept mentors, real mentors in his life, or married a man, since you say the first one was a mistake. Married a man and made it right for him. If you couldn't convince his daddy to like you, at least like the child. And that's the problem we're having. We don't have to. Black men, we're our own group. And I'm trying to educate other black men. We're our own fucking group. Like black women, their own group. Y'all ain't heard them in the last 20, 15, 20 years? Every time they get the spotlight on TV, black women's issues. When Ice Cube was going around saying something, the $500 billion plan, he said for black people. Those old bittered up, dried, powdered coochie broads on the foxhole, Vivica Fox, they're going to say, well, do you have something there for black women? Ice Cube said, well, damn, aren't black women black people? It's like black gays. Black gays, they segregate themselves away from black people. Try to get on the band of white folks. I'll tell you, this shit is weird. So, black men, wise up, get with the times. We are a group. And everybody seems to be making their money, getting their bread off of our disunity. And it's not us unifying against anybody. It's us unifying for us. Because one thing I've always noticed, when black men stand up, they always include black women. The Million March was a perfect example of many marches, of many statements that black men have made on behalf of our race. Mr. Farrakhan, go back. Claim your communities. Get your wives. Get your daughters. Get your sons. Get your families. Whenever a black woman's at a march, they don't mention family. They don't mention sons. All they mention is black women. And black girls have been... Like, how you think you got that black daughter? Somebody's black penis, you allowed them to enter your body and shoot God in your barren, empty-ass womb. Come on, somebody. So, black men, 2022 and 2024, we got to start acting like we're mature, intelligent when it comes to politics and education. We're going to have to. We're around here looking like dumbasses, weak, sitting ducks. We got to go and get these younger brothers and educate them. Stop trying to recruit them from Christ all goddamn day. Get them a Dr. Claude Anderson book. Give them a book on African spirituality, something that they can use. Hell, y'all know that whole church thing has been compromised for the past 150 years. It's for chicks. It's not for men. Unless you're a man in there who's a pimp and get to, fleece them. Yeah, they like that. If he can, And God said, in that man, he walked from Galilee. He walked on water. So all that shit makes women's coochie wet. And I ain't knocking nobody to get their hustle. If you can get money out of a purse just by like 2 Bible verses, I ain't knocking it. Because one thing I learned from growing up with a pimp in the house, a gorilla pimp that hit bitch in the head with a skillet and all that kind of stuff, I learned that, you know what? You can't knock the next man hustle how to get these chicks and how you get their money. Because women make the choice of who and what they like. And so when I see, when we talk about the little pants sagging, the little rapper fuckers and all that, I don't talk to them about my man, he getting all the bitches. I talk about the violence and the images and the message they pull out. I don't care what kind of women they pull. And it's interesting that the street dudes and thug dudes pulled probably the prettiest women in our race. Baddest. They do. And that don't bother me because I wouldn't take none of them chicks seriously. It's like, you talking about like a girlfriend or a wife? No. A chick that fucks thugs, why would you want her to be your girlfriend? Now, only thing you can do is like wait for your turn. That's the smart man thinking. But he do mad because they call them Pookies and Ray Rays. Isn't that something? Well, why would you want the Pookie and why would you want the female that wants a Pookie and a Ray Ray? Especially if she had babies with a Pookie and a Ray Ray, you want her? Please. And if I did fall and bump my head and wake up with amnesia and decide to date a woman with kids, date her like my girlfriend or my woman, even then I say, well, who was the father? And she didn't say her father was a professor, an astronaut, the vice president of Amazon or president of FedEx, or if he wasn't as Conan Brown would say, a hell of a nigga. No, well, I ain't fucking with you. He's he ain't shit. My daddy ain't shit. You met him at the corner store, you met him at the club, and he's a stalker at Kroger overnight. Or he a blunt smoking, tattooed up, pants sagging motherfucker that barely speaks English. You think I'm gonna respect you? No, I'll just do what he did. Go in there and beat up on that little coochie and move on. But that's the value that you placed on yourself. And that's the respect, all the respect you have for an unborn child. That's the father you decide to give him. A little thug. Get out of here. A little lame ass rapper. That's what you decide to bless your child. That's the kind of father. A potential, damn near 89% potential absent father. A dude that's already got 3 other baby mamas. You decide to give your child that? Shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to. So I'm just letting y'all know, I don't turn nobody down as long as she ain't fat and got a bad attitude. Well, she's fine, she can get it, but can she have a kid with me? Oh, no. Will she be my girlfriend? Hell no. Will we be friends forever? Sure. So I just need guys to raise their standard up. Again, in closing, pay attention to all these black male athletes and celebrities who are coming out and attack Kanye. You'll see who the actual bootlicks, who are actual butt-broken coons are. And it's not Kanye, it's not Kyrie. Even if they apologize, they don't mean they were butt-broken. Y'all, just say anything. I might do another video on that, let y'all know who the butt-broken are, okay? You're butt-broken, you still got $1 million, but these butt-broken ass baboons come out and saying ugly, egregious things against Kanye and Kyrie. But anyway, y'all be cool. Y'all check out my description box and on my Facebook page. Y'all see that I still have my book for sale. Y'all hit it up. It's only $10. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with an absent biological father who dared to be found. And hit that Cash App, $ Rico the Opinionist. If you decide to hit me with the 10, please give me an email. Send me an email address along with that payment because it is a PDF format, PDF file. And I can email it to you as soon as you send me an email address. And also, as a bonus, if you'd like for me to send you a copy of my Rico's Black Book List, I'll send that to you as well. Just let it be known. But thank y'all again. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Time for me to get a late lunch. Y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all in the future. Peace.